Hello, and thank you for joining Empower 2021. Today, we'll be going through empowering collaboration through Microsoft 365. To kick it off, we'll review a quick agenda. We'll jump through some of the high-level descriptions on the collaboration tools available in the Microsoft 365 platform, including Teams, SharePoint, and OneDrive. We'll understand the value proposition of these tools in your organization and the interconnectivity of the platforms through SharePoint. We'll take a deep dive into Teams and round it out with a live Q&A. I am Eric Ruppert, the Senior Solutions Architect for MCS with SWK Technologies. We're here to help, so if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm in the chat in the sidebar today. The Microsoft 365 collaboration ecosystem has several fantastic tools for managing collaboration in your organization that can really enhance productivity and ease your day-to-day work. In a remote world, ease of collaboration is top of mind. Taking advantage of the tools included in the Microsoft 365 bundles, such as Teams, OneDrive, SharePoint, Planner, and To Do, can enable the 365 world to work seamlessly together. These tools create a total business productivity platform, enabling chat and calls either inside or outside of the organization, file sharing with simultaneous editing capabilities and the ability to review in real time, and ease of use tools that accelerate productivity. As these platforms interact, all of that information is captured and consolidated for ease of access, control, corporate governance, and you can layer on data loss prevention on top of these platforms. As the tools are being built out, additions to the Microsoft 365 platform, such as Microsoft Viva and My Analytics, are rolling out to provide deep insight into the work that is happening in Teams, SharePoint, Outlook, as well as their integrations that boost productivity and organizational transparency. Microsoft shows no signs of slowing down with adding new features and platform enhancements. We'll jump in and discuss OneDrive, SharePoint, and do a deep dive into Teams and Microsoft Voice as a business voice over IP platform today. If you have any questions as we jump through, once again, please put them in that sidebar and we'll be happy to help you answer them mid-session. OneDrive is the foundational layer of the collaboration tools in Windows. It enables cloud storage and collaboration within and between departments by acting as a natural competitor for Box or Dropbox. OneDrive provides up to 1 terabyte of data for each and every Microsoft 365 user for the storage of their workstation files. With integrated layering on top of default folders, OneDrive enables remote access to your documents, photos, videos, and more that are stored right there on your machine and acts as a pseudo replacement for roaming profiles that enable logging in and having near instant access to documents on the laptop from anywhere. Stored files are editable from mobile, the web clients, or the thick clients on machines. Using the Office 365 suite on that respective platform, you can easily and quickly make changes to documents on the fly. Leveraging that online version of the Office suite, files are rendered exactly as they would be on your local machine using the Office 365 desktop applications. With a very simple and intuitive link sharing mechanism, sharing the full files in an email or a message is rarely necessary, which allows teams to quickly collaborate and edit the same file at the same time and leave notes and review in real time together. Leveraging that integration between OneDrive, Office Online, and the desktop suite, along with SharePoint, teams can quickly, effectively, and remotely collaborate on projects and initiatives. The sync client built onto OneDrive can allow a very similar experience to the local file shares that you might see today in your environment, such as a U drive or an M drive that many companies use. With OneDrive at the top of mind, we'll discuss SharePoint and the connectivity between those two platforms and how SharePoint can evolve your organization if you aren't using it today. SharePoint provides a strategic, multi-layered solution for document management and sharing in the cloud. With a terabyte of storage already provided with your Microsoft 365 licensing, many organizations can safely and quickly migrate to the cloud for file storage, with a few caveats. Deep permissions and controls are available to administrators on SharePoint, which allows for granular access control lists to be defined based on your Microsoft 365 security groups, very similar to how Active Directory works on-premise. By migrating traditional file shares into SharePoint sites, you are able to leverage the OneDrive sync client to provide a look and feel very similar to a network share on-premise, as seen in the photo on the slide to the left. Sites can be created and managed from Teams or directly through SharePoint. As organizations grow, SharePoint can grow with them, allowing for internal websites, robust navigation and integrations with Sage and other third-party line of business applications, and allows native integrations to the entire Microsoft 365 suite of services. By enabling various growth systems, typical needs for most organizations can be accomplished without issue for on-premise and internal IT structures. One of the biggest points of confusion for anyone entering the Microsoft 365 ecosystem is the interaction between these collaboration tools. As seen here, OneDrive and SharePoint can allow you to integrate a SharePoint site directly to the Windows File Explorer while enabling fast link sharing and document collaboration throughout the Microsoft 365 platform. Enabling users to leverage SharePoint as a file repository and company data share, many companies can remove the need for in-house file shares, provided that they're below the 1 terabyte of total data or are willing to pay for more data. From SharePoint or OneDrive, you can then instantly share files in Teams and edit and access those same files in the desktop or Office Online applications. Teams provides a front-end hub for users to access core business applications and data inside of an organization. This allows for a robust approach to the Office suite for file manipulation and handling inside of companies of all sizes, while providing granular permissions, access controls, and auditing and compliance policies that can be layered on top for various compliance needs. And then when we're talking about collaboration in Microsoft 365, Teams is key to that discussion. Even companies leveraging other platforms for voice or meetings or chatting can typically find some value in the Teams platform as a source of centralized application management, sharing of information, and native integration with third-party software as a service or cloud applications. Teams acts as that hub of teamwork within an organization. Built on its robust chat-based workspaces, direct integration to Outlook and the Office Online suite, Teams creates a streamlined solution that can be used to stay connected. Instant meetings are usable for voice and video chatting on the fly. These basic blocks allow teams of any size to effectively and strategically collaborate for projects and tasks of any size. The art of creating functional and strategic teams for your organization is a skill that is honed over time, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer. There are some best practices and suggestions that leaders in an organization then need to weigh against the structure and culture of their business to determine a best fit. Even something as simple as using a team versus a chat for announcements can have a ripple effect on the perception of a communication. A Teams message may be perceived as more formal than a chat, for instance. Teams also features native screen and window sharing capabilities that enable coworkers and managers to quickly collaborate in real time remotely to see where a change is needed on a project, or just to demonstrate a diagram for a large group of people to explain a dimensionally complex concept. These benefits can be widespread, but adoption can sometimes be slower than expected and may require consistent and persistent buy-in and effort from management to enact that sweeping change. One of the easiest ways we see to speed that adoption is through the implementation of the Microsoft Business Voice platform. Microsoft has recently released a much more streamlined solution for implementing voice over IP into Teams without worrying about convoluted licensing. With the introduction of Business Voice, small and medium businesses no longer need to debate if they're going to buy an entire E5 license or separate phone system, dial plans, and audio conferencing licensing. This all-in-one bundle with a list price of $20 per user is incredibly competitive as an audio conferencing and voice over IP solution with a wide array of business-ready features. While the Business Voice package doesn't scale to a large business, it does allow for up to 300 users in a business of any size to implement VoIP without the added complexity of another vendor. As we had mentioned previously, rolling voice into Teams drives adoption in general, as you are now working out of the platform for a core business functionality. Once users begin to see that usefulness, adoption is effortless, and the business reaches a critical mass where adoption just happens on its own because users can't avoid the platform day to day. Once that organization is heavily integrated, announcements and new tools can be rolled out with minimal effort, and everyone can be on the same page instantly. Reach out for direct assistance using tags to request help from groups of people, or just to schedule meetings and gain training resources. HR and organizational information finds a simple and effective home, and new employee onboarding becomes a simple click of a button to add a user to a team. Self-discovery is encouraged through the simplicity of the user interface and reduces those initial requests to HR and management, opening more time for more strategic initiatives. You may be thinking, what if I'm over 300 users? That's where the Microsoft 365 E5 license typically comes into play. It provides you the phone system and audio conferencing pieces, and then you would need to buy a calling plan on top of those licenses to provide the remainder of the phone system. So why should I go with Teams Voice? We spoke to this with the integration and adoptions of that Teams platform that's included by default in your Microsoft 365 licensing. But another key reason is the affordability of the platform over traditional UCaaS or unified communications as a service platforms. Microsoft knows that it has a unique market segment and is able to establish quick roots in a large pool of businesses of all sizes. And this places them in a unique position of making VoIP a value-added product instead of a separate bill month to month. This is a similar strategy to the internet, phone, and TV bundles that we've seen from service providers for years, but at a price point that even plain old telephone service can't compete with. Another massive benefit is how simple the process is for rolling VoIP onto the platform. There are less places for anything to go wrong, and it leverages a familiar and often used interface for internal calls and video chats, reducing that learning curve and the overall ongoing support costs. Companies across the world have realized these benefits, and VoIP is just the tip of the iceberg that teams can provide for productivity. Finally, Teams provides the ability to gain deep analytical insight to the habits of teams, reports, and yourself to judge how you're using your time and how you might be able to improve habits. One of the exciting new products for larger organizations that enables operational analytics natively is Microsoft Viva. Viva, pictured to the right here, provides a platform of insight into business habits, teamwork, effectiveness, training, and engagement across all employees. It enables pop-up prompts to provide insight about meetings or people in your organization to give you that deep insight into who they are and what they're working on. This system has sweeping benefits for large organizations where intimate familiarity with your employees and coworkers is next to impossible. It allows a rolled up view into the overall engagement of an organization by direct report and department, while allowing strategic initiatives to be highlighted and enacted across an organization through top-down assignments. It also allows for an intimate knowledge transfer between employees. It allows you to find out what they're working on so that you can be more engaged when speaking between individuals. This analytical engine is available for all layers of reporting throughout the Microsoft 365 platform, which allows a company to do analysis of adoption, power users, productivity, and trends that are happening within the organization. On the left, you see the My Analytics platform. This is actually my Analytics platform from the past 4 weeks. It allows you to see how many emails, chats, and meetings you're on and how you're handling those meetings day to day. This is just one of the many modules that are within the My Analytics platform to review your habits. Finally, thank you for attending the Empower Your Microsoft 365 collaboration session. We also have an ongoing offer where we can save you up to 5% on your Office or Microsoft 365 subscription based on your current spend with your cloud solutions provider today. So please reach out to info@swktech.com or directly to me, and we can get you squared away. Thank you so much, and if you have any questions or need support, please email info@swktech.com or visit us at the SWK Hosting and Managed Cloud Services exhibitor booth. I'll be there at some points during the conference.